The 70s? The psychedelic ball over in the corner that wouldn't light up? How many of you can figure out what could have possibly happened where that electric globe would not turn around and light up when I wanted to show off my most? I tell you, it was the light bulb. It was loose. That was the only thing wrong with it. They tell you when you're getting ready to work with the electronics things, start early, come early, set it up, check it out. I didn't check it out at home, and that was the simple thing that happened. That's what Toastmasters is all about. It's about failing forward. We had a wonderful time. So for all of you who missed this event, I'm just going to pass, I'm going to rub it in your face. You missed the party. Now, I'm sure that I invited everybody to the party. Now, I have highlights. I'm going to give you highlights of that event and what went on. Just a slow recap. It was the 70s. Daybreakers, their 40th anniversary. Oh, we had the best dressed in the whole 2-club, packed out, sold out arena of Luby's cafeteria. Man, was it a sellout. I had just enough time to get a bowl of potatoes for $2.50, put picante sauce on the top of them, and eat deliciously before going up there and standing in front of that podium. Bahio, the president of the club, and I had the honor of dressing up in our 70 outfits, and we were sharp. You would have thought that it was our prom. People came from miles around just to see us perform. Taz, Dr. Ignatius, Ed, oh, they showed out. Linda was on her best behavior by giving up a tabletop opportunity just so somebody else could have an opportunity to speak. Leadership was being enforced as everybody shared the ball as it was passed around. I know you guys haven't met Mary George yet, but she is so altogether lovely. She got up there and sang a song a cappella from her iPhone. It says, be ready in and out of season. This is what Toastmasters is all about. Realizing that you have a playground and it's all right to fall down. We've got a Band-Aid for your boo-boo. It's okay. That's what we did. We didn't fall down that night. We celebrated. We celebrated Daybreakers. 40 years of being in existence with one another. And the people that they had there. I had the privilege of sitting with a man and his wife that had been in Toastmasters for over 40 years. There was another gentleman that was there for over 40 years, and you're looking at your future. Yes, you're going to grow old. And you're going to look good doing it. We had the awesome pleasure of meeting Bill's wife, reigniting with Tad's wife, Ed's wife. Now, let me just read this to you. Mary sang, Taz brought his evaluator to tears. The guy was so touched with Taz's story about his relationship with his dad. He says, I want to talk to you personally. It touched me because I saw it. You never know how you're touching somebody's heart. This man had a moment to moment. And I saw Taz and his evaluator develop a relationship. We developed all 5 of our senses at that function. I'm not going to tell you what those 5 senses are because I can look in your eyes and tell you that you're revisiting that. Then we had Ed. Ed got up there and did an evaluation on the lady that won, Dottie Boloski. Oh, he put on his charm. You know when a kid throws his charm, it's happening. And then Dr. Ignatius is always just right on top. He stepped in, kept everybody in order, ran that function with such prestige. He represented Texas Trotters Toastmasters very well. When he got up, he had his book. He read an excerpt from his book. Have you ever heard of prayer and sports being mixed together? Well, he brought the holy rollers and the sports people together and a story. And I'm not going to give away everything because I think you should buy his book. That's a plug. It's only $2. 45 years of Toastmasters just from 2 couples there. And another gentleman that was there had been in Toastmasters for 45 years. We visited with one another. We got to meet one another. We got to party. We got to dress up. And the best part is I got to be a kid again. And you've probably heard Romans 8:28, all things work together for those that love the Lord and that are called according to his purpose. Well, the Toastmasters was called according to the purpose. I did what any woman would do. I had brought my Cameron. I was all ready to get there and take that group picture. I pulled off my shoes because my feet was hurting me. I stepped in the chair and I got there and I was ready to focus to take this big group picture of all these people that had came together for Toastmasters. Table topics, eating, talking. There was one gentleman that brought his children. Leaders were in the room, little leaders, big leaders, our youth. Everything that Toastmasters stands for was encompassed in that room. It was so awesome. Now, after standing on that chair and not being able to still take the picture, I didn't have to relinquish my duty. Taz, his wife, is not even a Toastmaster member. Mrs. Bright stood up and pulled out an iPad and took several snapshots of the picture that Taz has put on our website. It was a trip. Trip means, you guys know what trip means? That's the 70s word. And who can remember what the word of the day was? Groovy. It was so groovy. I was pushed beyond my comfort zone. My mentor always pushes me, and that's Dr. Ignatius. I tell you, you talk about nerves. I was rattling. I was sitting, when I got off that stage, introducing Richard Cummins, who was the Toastmaster for that evening. I was like, oh God, did I say it right? I must have stumbled and fumbled over every word, but I stayed the course. And that's what Toastmasters is about. It's about pushing yourself outside your comfort zone, doing the things that you don't want to do, and knowing that this is your family. You have mom, you have dad, you have sisters and brothers, and then you have Toastmasters. I did take my picture, and it was without my boots. But we were highly, highly represented, and the turnout was great. And to our new members, I say to you, work hard, play even harder. Thank you, Texas Trotters, Toastmasters. You represented Dave Breakfast very well, and they're still crying about it.